Now he's going to pull up onto the inside of row 2. That'll bring that entire inside row up. Evan Denyu from the top side alongside Franklin Smith going to bring the field up through the west end banking. As we get ready to go to green off of turn number 4. Green is out. Surface still got a little bit of a slick sheen to it down here. Saw the big wiggle that time by the 76 of Franklin Smith. As they work their way down through the corner, it's going to be Evan Denyu, your leader, down the back straightaway. Dylan Ficini now closing ground on him in a hurry. The gap between the two just a few feet down the back straightaway now. Denyu up on the outside, way up by the wall. Got a little loose off the top side there. That allows Ficini to make the pass for the lead. The 35 of Dylan Ficini has gone to the point. The 245 of Evan Denyu rides second. Then it's Dominic Denyu back there in third, the 145. Dom's a feature winner. And here comes Mr. Perfect right there behind him. That is John Devine in the 24. Devine undefeated on the season so far. Working his way down here off of turn number 4 and trying to make a leap towards the front here in the early going of this first feature event. He's got the Denyu brothers lined up right in front of him. Evan and Dominic run second and third. They all chase the 35 of Dylan Ficini. That's the Denyus, nose to tail, the 245 and the 145. Now Evan going to slide a little high, open the inside up for Dom. And right there alongside Dom, here comes John Devine trying to advance a position as they get down to turn number 1. Side by side they run. Little contact up here in the corner. Going to carry Devine all the way up to the wall here in turn 2. There's the Reading Rocket launching by. Here comes Janai St. Pierre by. Those two cars are together, still together, down in turn 3. Looks like maybe the right front might have went down on Denyu's car as he carried up the hill. Now John Devine comes down across the line here in 5th spot. Devine's got a long ways to go to try and remain on his perfect run here for 2020. As we have one slow in turn 2. And that is going to bring yellow out on the speedway. They'll come down to the halfway point. Coming down to look at yellow. Yellow lights are on around the speedway. That is Dominic Denyu, the 145. So Dominic going to pull away over there in turn number 2. Looks like he's going to try and make his way back down to the pit area. I would suspect probably a right front tire down on the 145 car. He and John Devine were hooked up together. And there was contact on that right front corner of Denyu's car. Carried Devine all the way up to the wall. Probably cut that right front tire. He is going to make his way back down to the pit area. Halfway sign had been displayed just prior to the yellow. So Rodney Rescott going to signal the field. They're going to go back into even rows at 2. We'll get them back side by side. Some of you folks might be wondering why at halfway we're double file. Well, that's the rule. Here for 2020, double file restarts. Every division, every race. The lone exception is after an attempted restart that does not complete a lap, they'll go single file until they do. So we're ready to go as they work their way down into turn number 3. The 35 of Dylan Ficini going to set the pace. He's got Mr. Perfect right on his back bumper. Keep an eye on John Devine. Coming from the outside of row number 2. Now down the front stretch they come. Devine will get by Denyu. And now set his sights on the 35 of Dylan Ficini. Ficini, your leader. Devine runs second, trying to break away from the field down the back straightaway. It'll be a successful 2-car breakaway down into turn number 3. Evan Denyu rides in third for Janai St. Pierre as they work their way up here through the corner. Here's John Devine trying to run down your leader, the 35 of Dylan Ficini. Ficini going to come down across the line to lead lap number 6 as they work their way up here to turn number 1. John Devine looking at the inside. The Devine Auto Repair, number 24 out of Schenectady, New York. Running in the runner-up position, leading the winners here in 2020 and the point standings, naturally, with 5 feature event wins as he rolls down here off of turn number 4. Dylan Ficini continuing to show the way as they work their way up here through the corner. Ficini and Devine separated by less than a car length as they work their way up off of turn number 2. They'll come to 2 to go this time by as they work their way up to the west end. Devine knows he's running out of time, and here he goes. Going to make his move off of turn number 4. Pulled down to the inside of Ficini. Now going to get the nose out in front. He'll allow drag race him down to the 2 to go sign. 2 laps to go here for John Devine, and here comes Dylan Ficini back at him on the inside. But Devine's in the fast lane. He's going to lead the way down the back straightaway now by a couple of car lengths over Dylan Ficini. Got to go back a ways to find your third place. Oh, Devine's hard into the wall. John Devine just made hard contact with the outside retaining wall. Something let go in the right front of that automobile while leading the pack. Devine just took a hard right-hand turn into the outside retaining wall up here between turn 3 and 4. So the car coming to a stop abruptly up there in turn number 4. Here's your DTD TV instant replay. As we'll take a look at the situation here, he leads the way down the back straightaway. Dylan Ficini nowhere near him there on the back straightaway, separated by a couple of car lengths. They get up in the corner. Right here, about at the apex of the corner, the car's going to take a hard right-hand turn. So all by himself, something obviously braking on the car. We did get a report from up in turn number 4. Right up there in the apex of the corner, so that's when the most pressure is put on. Whether it's the steering mechanism. But the good news, race cars can be fixed. John walking away under his own power. That's the good news part. As the field reassembled, now the 35 of Dylan Ficini reassuming the top spot. As we get ready to go back to green off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch they come, one car out of shape. That's the 009 of Chris Brown. Chris Brown going around down in turn number 4. Going to keep the candles lit and continue on. We're going to remain under green. Leader, the 35 car, Dylan Ficini down into turn number 3. Big lead now over Janai St. Pierre. The 09 of Brown being waved down to the inside here on the front straightaway. As the field comes by in turn number 1, right, Chris Brown keeping the car moving as they make their way down the back straightaway up into turn number 3. Up through the corner, and now coming down off of turn number 4. Dylan Ficini looking to pick up his first win. Looks like he'll do so. Checkered flag is in the air. The win will go to Dylan Ficini. Coming home second, going to be the 18 of Janai St. Pierre. The